Hello everyone, and welcome to today's episode of Conversations with Iyobosa. Today's episode is so special. Well, aren't they all special? That's just me. Then, growing up in Nigeria, I remember getting so excited whenever I saw my mom bringing out her gele from the cupboard, right? Fine, it took her several attempts to try and tie this gele to get it to perfection. But I was just so excited because I knew a party was upon us. But let's just talk about the gele for once, right? Or here. The gele, as we all know, is I call it a woman's crowning glory. The minute a woman adorns the gele, she ceases to be Igbo, Bini, Yoruba, Hausa. She just becomes Nigerian, which is fantastic, right? Talk about a unifier. I mean, I love it. The guest on today's show is a man that is near and dear to my heart. He's been on the wedding scene for a very long time. He makes brides beautiful. That's all I'll say about it. We go way back to when he just moved to Houston back then and quickly became a fantastic, person to have by your side as a bride, right? Because trust me, you want to have him by your side as a bride. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to Segun Hakeem Olaleye. Thank you for being here on the show.
Thank you so much. The pleasure is actually mine.
Okay. And before I forget, did I mention that he's been featured on CNN not once, but twice? And he also has a short film on, is it Amazon? On Amazon Prime called Mr. Gele. You guys should go check it out. So Segun, which is, of course, fantastic. Look at Red. Did we coordinate this?
Well,
telepathically, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just how we roll. So let's just delve right into it, right? How did you get started being in this business, tying the gele? Of course, I knew from when you were tying our geles, all of us how are you? My Yoruba is coming out now. Oh, you of age, girls. Every time we're out there at the wedding. But you quickly became very famous on the scene. How did your story start?
So just like you watching your mom about going out, it's the same situation for me. I'm a mommy's boy growing up, and I hate seeing my mother struggle through anything. So when it's time for church, she brings out her gele, everybody will be ready, and she will be struggling with it. We end up going late to church. So I decided one day, I was like, you know what? Let me just try. So whenever she's in the bathroom, I'm going to try to do it on my head, and as long as it can stay together. My mom tried it the first time. She was very proud of me. And since then, I always did my mom's gele, and even to the extent when I went to school, if my mom goes to church, buy her gele, they know I did not come home for the weekend because it's not going to look the same. But fast forward, coming to America in 2001, I came to America thinking I'm going to go into junk journalism. I wanted to be the Linda EKG of our time, back then and everything, because I studied English language and journalism was one thing I really, really wanted to go into. But coming into America, I did not know there was something called Social Security. You needed to have authorization to work somewhere and everything, but at the peak of my frustration, when fast forward to 5 months, you have your 6 month stay and you have to go back. I did not want to mess up my visa. A friend of mine was getting married. It was an opportunity. She was getting married and she reached out to me. Hey, I need you to do my
So was that here in Houston? Or
that was actually back in Atlanta.
Oh, in Atlanta. Okay.
Yes, I need you to do my hair and my makeup. So I did her hair, I did her makeup, and I was just about putting something in the car. And I saw this beautiful lady, gorgeously dressed, with a cap on her head, walking down at the parking lot, but she had her hair tie in her armpits. So I approached her. I was like, can I help you do your hair tie? She was like, no, I'm going to go into the bathroom. I'm going to find somebody. I said, no, can I help you do your hair tie? She said, no. I said, okay, you know what? If I do your hair tie, you don't like it, I'm going to give you $5. She looked at me. She was like, and this was 2001. She was like, okay, you know what? If you do it and I like it, I'm going to give you $7. And that was it right there at the parking lot. I didn't know who she was. Apparently, she was a very famous lady. They call her Yala J of Atlanta. Okay, she was a very famous lady. I did her hair tie at the parking lot, and the minute she just stood up, the whole people at the parking lot started applauding me. I was like, what's going on? So that was the birth of me doing gele in America. And on that day, and let me just put it on record, I was going to be flying back to Nigeria on the 27th of April 2002. The wedding was
flying
back
because your papers would have.
Yeah, because I did not want my 6 months yet.
Right.
You know, so that was a day before. So, and that was at the peak of my frustration. But as God would have it, I was able to earn $265 that day.
On the parking lot.
Tying gilly for people at $5. So you do the math. Okay, so that's it. I went back to Nigeria and I came back. By the time I came back, it wasn't the same story back in Nigeria. I said, you know what? Let me go back to myself. I heard in America is much more better. You know, but coming back, people had already started looking for me, and that's the birth of.
So that's how this whole, and now what's the name of your company of the service? Bride's Escort, is it, or what?
Okay, so that's even another story. So before coming in Nigeria, it was the Bride's Escort because, you know, during the traditional ceremony, I raised the song. I helped the bride. We danced in together, you know, guide them and everything. That's after doing their makeup and gilly. Coming to America, I decided to keep the Bride's Escort, you know, not knowing that escort service in America is
something else, right?
It's a different game. You know, and this is us talking about culture right now. Okay, so do your research well. So I decided to go the Bride's Escort, and it was my home phone. Okay, and I'll just receive calls at odd hours of the night. Hello, can you get me Latino girl? I do weddings. That one will go. The next person will come again. I want 2 Latino girls, 2 black girls, and I'm like, what is going on? So I had to call one of my friends. When I told my friend busted out laughing. They're like, oh no, escort service in America is a different ballgame. That was how I just let go of the name the Bride's Escort in 2002.
Okay.
So that's no, you took me back there.
Okay. Oh, this is funny. Okay, so this is working fantastically well for you. I mean, you, like you said, you're highly sought after. Didn't you just come back from Kenya like 2 weeks ago for like a job?
Yeah,
or something
I've
like
been
that?
globetrotting.
Yeah, globetrotting. if this had not panned out, what was plan B? I guess this was plan B because the junk journalism didn't pan out. So if this hadn't panned out, what was plan C?
Plan C would probably be me cooking in a restaurant, probably owning a restaurant.
All right.
Just cooking because, you know, so one thing for me and one thing I tell a lot of people is for you to be successful, you have to work in line with your passion. Something that can wake you up in the morning to come and do, you will not grumble. Mm-hmm. Cooking is my passion. Mm-hmm. So I'll probably have, back in last Sudan, I used to cook. Mm-hmm. I used to cater to students back in school. Mm-hmm. You know, on their birthdays, I cook. Not this one in America that you have all the frozen veggies already sorted out. You buy it, you scrape it out, you cut it out yourself, you slice it, you do everything else. So, I mean, that has always been my passion. So I think that would have probably been, I would have been a restaurateur or something.
Okay.
And by the way, I wanted to go in for catering and hotel management before now.
Ah, right. Okay. So, me, I'm just happy that this one panned out, right? You're just making us ladies look beautiful. Just a winner in my books. Let us talk about the gilly, right? Okay. So you're a man of many talents, but I'm just going to focus on the gilly here, right? And the gilly there's been the evolution of the gilly through the decades, right? What is the era of gilly you miss, and what's the era you can literally do without?
You know, it's just like fashion. It comes, it goes, mm-hmm. It comes and it goes. You can remember back in those days, 2001, 2005, it used to be the skyscrapers and everything. And back in Nigeria, people used to complain, oh, it's too big, mm-hmm. It's too this, it's too that. Down the line, I decided to tone it down. We all toned it down. Mm-hmm. So even back in Nigeria, everyone is wearing the toned down gilly and everything. Right. But right now, you see the gilly has really, really transformed itself. Even right now, everybody's doing like the big statement gilly. Gilly has gone from regular traditional gilly to the big gilly they do. Mm-hmm. They have turned it to like the ascot gilly for more like, to be able to match more formal Western style dressing.
Outfits, right.
You know, they've turned the gilly, they've gone from regular gilly to making a turban out of it. You know, we've gone from turban to making like a headband, like a fascinator, mm-hmm. Still using the same fabric. And don't forget, anything you adorn your head with made of a fabric can be classified as gele.
And that's the beauty of it, right?
Yes,
So it's beautiful in every which way.
In every which way,
Right.
any culture. And another great thing is, back in the days, they used to say, oh, the Igbo wear this fabric, the Bini, the Edo wear this fabric. But now all cultures have embraced, most importantly, the Ashoke, because of its durability, how it stays when you tie it. You know, it obeys the command. You know, every culture, you see them wearing it all around. I mean, everybody now wears it. And that's pretty much the unifying beauty of what the gele is.
So what are some of your guiding principles or like business etiquette? So like you said, what I know you said you've learned to tolerate the bride or accommodate whoever, you know, on that day. But what's the boundary? Like if anyone should overstep that boundary where you're like, oh no, okay, no, this is it. I cannot, you know, it's not part of my job description.
So during the consultation period, you know, we tend to talk about things.
Right.
We tend to understand what the person wants. I mean, I think that's the time we have our frictions. Okay. You know, and once we've gone through that part, you know, I think everything is okay, because it's like people coming together from two different worlds to get married. Your culture is different from her culture. You have to be able to understand each person's culture. So I need to know where you are coming from. That's why consultation and dealing with your clients is very, very important. Okay. So I need to understand what she wants. Like, I have a meeting with the clients probably today or tomorrow, you know, and I need to understand exactly what she wants, what are her likes, what are her dislikes, what is most important for her. Do you understand what I'm saying? Some would tell you, I don't want anybody dancing with me when I'm coming in. Some would tell you, I don't want anybody coming into the room when I'm doing my makeup. And some would tell you, I want everybody, just allow everybody in. You know, if that's what she wants, then that's what I'm going to do. Okay. But as a parent, you cannot come and tell me this is what you want on that day. No, I am there to protect the bride.
Okay, so your first loyalty really is to the bride.
She's my client.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. You know, so I am there to protect my clients and to make sure everything goes smooth. Because one thing people don't realize is once the mood is off, from the makeup time, it goes off the whole day. So we try our best possible to make sure we keep her in the best mood. Now, if I find out during the wedding rehearsal or something, or during our consultation, you find out her bridesmaids are being difficult, we'll make sure we put them separate during makeup in the morning.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So she stays, she has her, you know, own moments and everything. They do their makeup separately. And once it's time for photos and everything, we bring them in together. Then it's all excitement, no drama, you know, so, and yeah.
Okay. So back then so these days you kind of like tie the gele for the bride when you get, or do you not even do that?
I don't do it anymore.
You don't do that anymore?
No.
Okay.
So I now work with other gele artists.
Right.
You know, that, yeah, because I have really grown in the industry, you know, and trying to take that away from them would not be fair. Okay. You know, so I have a few of them I work with. So when it comes to gele, depending on what the client wants, I know who to pick to do it for them. Okay. You know, so at least we all take something home.
Which is good, which is collaborative, which is great. So growing up, if we go back to when you started, you know, doing the gele and doing all that, right? I'm sure, and as a guy, okay, I can guarantee, because we know our Nigerian people, our Nigerian men, right? I'm sure you got berated a lot or criticized. Maybe, I'm thinking maybe mostly from guys, because they're like, well, why is a guy doing this? Isn't this a woman's world? You know, and all of that. Did you face any of that? And how did you deal with it? Or did you not even care?
So it's going to come back to culture. Okay. I remember when I relocated from Atlanta to Houston in 2002. And I decided to go eat in an African restaurant, Miriam restaurant back then. I got there, I saw the beautiful picture on the wall. Who did your gele? And she said she did it. Her mom came out and I saw her gele. I was like, who did your mom's gele? She said she did it. I said, you don't know how to do gele. She and her mom looked at each other. I'm like,
it was like, excuse you?
They were like, okay. So I told the mom to sit down. The mom sat down. I did her mom's gele. And her mom was like, oh, he knows how to do gele. You know, and we became friends. And she was the one that actually got me into the Nigerian community. because she is the one that goes to parties with her hair tie, flamboyance, and everything. Now, fast forward to doing head wraps for women in Houston. Whoa, the acceptance was zero. Because it got to a stage, I mean, you find all these men, they'll be like, why do you want to go to him? Why do you want to go to a man to tie your hair tie? Is it the job of a man to do a woman's hair tie? This, that. I just keep quiet. I don't say nothing. Because I understand, I mean, our culture back in Nigeria, it's not seen as a job of a man. Okay? But over here, women are nurses in Nigeria and men are nurses in America. You find women cutting men's hair here, and it's pretty much a male's job to cut a man's hair.
That's
back home in Nigeria, you find women are mechanics. I mean, it's so much. Anything a man can do, a woman can equally do. So I did not allow that to get to me. I was not bothered about all the comments and everything everybody said. But when it comes to going to parties, you now see these men sit down with their wives and they see other people walk in, beautifully dressed. Correct, Gele. They'll now ask, hey, Shebi, that is also person's affair. Shebi is the guy said I shouldn't go, that did that one. It looks good though. From there, they started accepting it, and the whole story changed. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what would you say about, or what advice would you give to people out there, either people who are looking to be MUAs, or even just trying to start like a business? What kind of advice or encouragement would you give them?
So first of all, I would say make sure it is something you are passionate about doing, because anybody can start anything, but continuing it and keeping on with it is a big deal. So I started as a hairdresser. Okay? I started as a hairdresser. I transitioned from hairdressing into makeup. I transitioned from makeup into doing hair, makeup, and gele. I owned my salon, came to America, went back. I had to start from the scratch as an apprentice because I was not licensed to do hair in America. And I found a niche, gele. I picked it up. From gele, I now went back into doing hair and makeup for brides. I stayed there. And gele, I stayed there. But now we have so many people doing makeup in Houston, in America generally. I decided to transition
to another niche now,
from that into styling. Okay. So these are things I have loved doing. You wake me up to do it, I am ready to do it. I am like, if I get back home now and my wife tells me I need you to cook for me, I'm going to walk straight into the kitchen and cook without grumbling because it's my passion. So find that thing that is your passion, and look for mentors, look for people that can mentor you, look for people that can help you, develop yourself to the extent that you don't think you have a competition, you just have business partners. And just try, and in everything, respect those you meet ahead of you, because these are the people that are going to guide you when the time comes, when you need help and everything. Mentorship is very, very important. So please get a mentor and just pray to God, and everything will be fine.
Okay. So to wrap it up, speaking about your wife, I'm glad you brought that up, right? Because you've got 3 beautiful children, right? But you travel quite a bit for your job. Yes. And she's the one who holds down the fort.
Yes.
Okay. You give a shout out to your wife, like real quick.
You want me to cry? Oh my God. Okay. So I just want to say thank you. I call her Sugar. So Sugar, thank you so much for being the strong woman you are, for being the shoulder that I can lean on. It's not easy to find someone that will love you for you, that will take you for who you are, that would love you for everything that you stand for. She has never questioned me for one day, asking me why do you have to
like
go.
At night, she doesn't even say who's that on the call.
Nope, never, because she knows it's business. And down the line, I have respected her and not taking her for granted. So thank you so much. I don't want to be a watermelon like you always call me, so thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Segun, for your time. This has been very enlightening. You just taking us through your background. We really appreciate it. We see that there's a lot that goes into it. But I think the bottom line that I hear you say is be passionate about what you do. And that passion will shine through, right? And it will come through. And people will get to respect your game. Okay? All right, viewers. It's been fantastic having Segun on. I always love having him. He's just such a personality, just a larger-than-life person, and it's just a feel-good factor. So if there's anyone out there who's been looking to either start a business, start a side gig, or whatever it is, just go for it, right? Just make sure you're passionate about it and go for it. So until next time on the show, I will say, have a super sparkly time, be safe, and stay well.
You.
Nice. Yeah, you did so.
You wanted to make me cry.